No, this is not clickbait. Yes, it is. What we have here is a 2022 Ram 1500 GT. And I'm gonna try to convince you that this might be a better buy than a Ram TRX, which right now, well, they're going for over $100,000, and in many places over $110,000 and even over $120,000. I could save you a lot of money and a lot of time by telling you that this, in many ways, is a superior truck. Unlike the Ram TRX, which has that wasteful yet awesome supercharger, this doesn't have that. As a matter of fact, this is the 5.7 liter V8. Old school. And it puts out 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. But with the GT package, you do get the Ram Airflow intake system. And you get an exhaust system too. And I can't wait to play that symphony for you because it is pretty awesome.
Hey, Alex here from TFL. This video is brought to you thanks to NordVPN. What's NordVPN? It's a virtual private network that allows you to get on the internet safely no matter where you are. We travel all over the country and the world to bring you guys the videos you love, and keeping our content safe and secure is super important, and that's where NordVPN can help. Routing your internet connection through NordVPN means you can use public Wi-Fi securely, block malware-ridden websites, and stay safe from botnets. It also means you can view your favorite websites, like TFL, when traveling abroad. Take your internet security to a higher level today and get an exclusive offer for TFL fans as well. Go to nordvpn.com/thefastlanetruck. Try it risk-free for 30 days thanks to NordVPN's money-back guarantee. And there's a bonus. For a limited time, if you sign up for a 2-year plan, you'll receive a special offer, a month free and a gift.
Now, in this setup with 4-wheel drive and all the off-road bits, you get 19 miles per gallon combined, which isn't so bad for a large pickup truck with a V8. This does have the e-torque. Still not 100% sure if you're gonna save much gas using that system, but at least it looks really cool on the hood because it has actually e-torque on it. Observe. Oh my God, that feels so good. It's kind of funny, I've been driving this truck for a little while now, and normally when I drive a Ram, I instinctively reach for the dash in order to rotate a dial, which I've never liked. I've said it from the offset that I thought it was not a great idea. And a lot of you guys agreed, so much so that they decided once they designed a unit for the TRX that they would use a similar unit for these trucks, for the GTs. So if you really want a shifter, proper gear lever, you'll have to get either a TRX or the GT lineup. I'm okay with that. It's almost worth the price of admission, even though it's pretty steep. Now, what about the rest of the truck? Well, this is an interesting mix. This truck rides well. The air suspension, which you can adjust, is superb. They've really dialed it in quite well. Some offer air suspension in the rear, some obviously all 4 corners, but the fact that this has been around for a long time proves that Ram believes in the suspension, and it seems to work fairly well. Now, in terms of acceleration and performance, well, yeah, this does have a beefy 5.7 liter engine. It does put out 395 horsepower, and we've tested these trucks before, and they've all proven to be quite quick. However, this does have the exhaust and the intake. One of the things that does, if you listen carefully, is that just sounds so good. Love the sound. Would I buy this over a TRX? Hell no. If I had the money, of course I'd buy a TRX. However, a lot of you guys out there don't want to blow over 100 grand on a truck. But maybe you'd be willing to spend over 70 on a truck. Or less. Remember, the MSRP for this truck is in the high 50s, so you can get that as long as you're willing to do away with a lot of the other goodies it has. There are a few things I wanted to point out. Now, first of all, with the GT package, you do start out, in this case, with a Rebel. So essentially it looks like a Rebel, but there are some things that you can tell that are different. For one thing, I have to mention this color. Before I say anything else, it's Hydro Blue Pearl Metallic, and it is awesome. I absolutely love this color. If you look at the hood, you're going to see that it looks a little bit like a TRX. It's supposed to. The rest of the vehicle looks pretty much like a Rebel, but there is something really different, and that's all the way in the back, and that's a cool sticker, because this cool sticker says, wait for it, GT, because you spent a lot of money buying this vehicle, and people need to know that you spent that money, but there's more in the back. All right, what do you get in the GT package? Because it's a lot, but you're also paying for it. The GT package, which is $2,995, comes with leather bucket seats mixed in with a little bit of vinyl, leather wrapped shift knob, cold air intake system by Mopar, GT decal, passive cold and exhaust, leather wrapped steering wheel mounted shift controls, GT interior theme, ventilated front seats, front door accent lighting, rear door accent lighting, radio driver seat mirror pedal memory, driver seat memory, 4-way power adjustable passenger seat, 8-way power driver seat. Now, the TRX is purpose-built to be an absolute dominating monster off-road. This is built to be something that you can drive every day and still go off-road, because it does have the Rebel package, meaning that it does have a locking rear diff, it does have suspension, real suspension for off-roading, excellent Goodyear Wrangler off-road tires, and of course, proper transfer case. So when you look at this truck, think of it as the top of the Rebel line, then you get to the TRX. Now there's something else to keep in mind. This vehicle, well, it sounds and it feels a lot faster than I think it actually is, and that might satisfy some of you. One of the reasons why Ram decided to build the GT line, which is both with the Rebel and the Laramie, is because you guys wanted it. You wanted certain things you couldn't get in your regular 1500 Rebel or Laramie. On top of that, they added other things because, God forbid, they give us a vehicle that's not completely loaded with all the toys. And that's including something popular, trifold tonneau cover, and the sunroof. One of the other things you get with this package is the performance pages that are very similar to the ones that are in the TRX. A lot of people wanted this. So with this ridiculously large screen, you get a chance to use the timer section, which actually is great for accelerating, braking, and drag racing. Then you have a variety of gauges. And this I love, because this tells you almost everything. I would really like it to tell me what's going on with the tires as well, not in terms of air pressure, obviously we can find that page easily, but in terms of heat. Also, you have a whole dyno setup here for your engine, and I actually can show you different things that are going on in terms of acceleration. Also, when you decide to rev, check it out. Look at that, huh? Showing spikes. This is useless. I honestly don't know what you can use this for, but it also will show you your RPM and power, torque. It's really cool. It's just kind of useless. Okay, also G-forces. Now this is cool because you can also use this for off-roading, which will show you your pitch and roll, and also your best performance in terms of G's. So obviously somebody had to slam on the brakes because we have a 0.88 G front peak. That may have been Roman when he realized he lost his hairbrush. So everything else though is pretty much you can reset it and go around a track. I honestly don't know why you would use this with an off-road truck, but whatever. All right, and then working our way down to vehicle dynamics, you're gonna see that you can, you know, if you go into four-wheel drive transfer case, it'll show it being locked up and everything else. Okay, this is for your steering angle. It shows the degrees of how far your wheels have turned. Is it useful? No, I honestly don't know what you would really do with it, but it's cool because it's there, and I don't know, maybe if you're going off-road, somebody's gonna say, turn 20 degrees. And you're like, yeah, okay, I got it. All right, 0 to 60. Here we go, world, much better start. Yeah, I didn't lose any traction by having four-wheel drive auto on. 8.35. Considering that we're over a mile above sea level, and that was a real world test, it's not too bad. Remember, this thing is a 4x4, so it has the chunky off-road tires, it's sitting higher in the air, it's not exactly built to be fleet of foot. Still, with that being said, if you had a TRX, you would knock several seconds off that. The TRX has proven to be one of the fastest vehicles TFL has ever had. We've beat several cars, and part of the reason why is because it hooks up like crazy. So despite the fact that it's four-wheel drive and has tires that are built for off-roading, it still gets a ton of traction, and it moves ridiculously quick. I have the sticker right here, and you're going to be shocked because it is bloody expensive. This vehicle's total price, its MSRP, is $71,995. Now, before you freak out, understand that other vehicles like this that it competes against are around the same price. However, technically speaking, if prices weren't crazy, for about $6,000 or $7,000 more, you could theoretically get a TRX. You're not going to find one right now in today's economy for anywhere near that price. So you can get a lot of that truck in this, or you can save up and cash in organs and whatnot and hopefully get yourself a TRX. I will say one thing, obviously the TRX is way better in almost every way in terms of off-road and fun and speed, but this is a great daily driver. I've been driving this for a while and it's a lot of fun, and that exhaust note is almost worth the price of entry. But just as importantly, I really hope that Ram keeps that gear lever because it's so much better than a dial. Thanks for joining me for the Fast Lane Truck. This is Nathan. I'll see you next time.